fake currency racket in Dhurandhar. But how is real money actually made? The biggest secrets of India's currency. Imagine for a moment. It's a dark night, a secret operation is underway near the border, heavy iron plates are loaded inside a sealed truck. And the next scene suggests that if these plates fall into the wrong hands, the entire country's economy could be shaken. This very scene from the recently released film Dhurandhar has stuck in people's minds. As soon as viewers step out of the theatre, everyone is asking the same question. Can India's currency plates really be stolen? Is printing real banknotes actually as easy as films make it look? Or is this just cinematic thrill, not reality? Let us tell you that Dhurandhar is performing strongly at the box office. Powerful performances by Ranveer Singh, Sanjay Dutt, and 𝐮𝐸𝐿 Khanna, a fast-paced storyline, and a dose of patriotism have kept audiences hooked. But the most talked-about scene of the film is the one where Pakistani agents are shown stealing India's currency plates. This scene suddenly gives the film a much more serious tone. People begin to wonder, if something like this actually happened, what would become of the country? However, it is important to remember that Dhurandhar is a film, and films often dramatize reality. In real life, stealing India's currency plates is almost impossible. So impossible that if it ever did happen, it would not just be a crime but a national emergency. But the real question is, how are banknotes printed in India? Where are they printed? And why is this system considered one of the most secure in the world? In India, creating currency is not just a game of paper and ink. It is a process that involves a deep integration of economics, national security, technology, and psychology. Every banknote represents not just a value, but a symbol of trust in the government and the system. That is why the entire machinery behind it is nothing short of a fortress. First, let's talk about the institution that is considered the brain of this entire system, the Reserve Bank of India, RBI. The RBI decides what a banknote will look like, what its color will be, what its size will be, which image will appear on it, and most importantly, what security features it will have. How many notes need to be printed, in which denominations they should be printed, and when old notes should be withdrawn from circulation. All these decisions are made by the RBI. In other words, policy and planning are completely in the hands of the RBI. However, the RBI does not print every note itself. This is where another extremely important government institution comes into the picture, SPMCIL, or the Security Printing and Minting Corporation of India Limited. This company operates facilities in India that produce coins, passports, stamp papers, and some currency printing presses. The remaining presses are directly under the control of the RBI. Simply put, the design and instructions come from the RBI, while the actual printing is carried out in high-security government presses. Both work under joint supervision, and no single entity can take decisions independently. Now the question arises, where are banknotes printed in India? There are 4 major currency printing locations in India: Devas, Nashik, Mysore, and Salboni. All 4 are counted among the most secure areas in the country. Even the highest-ranking officials cannot enter without multiple levels of authorization. Every individual's movement is tracked, every entry and exit is recorded, and there is 24/7 surveillance in every corner. The security at these places is such that the idea of breaking in and stealing plates, as shown in films, can only be imagination. There are multiple layers of security, armed guards, biometric access, surveillance systems, and strict protocols. Forget outsiders, even employees working inside are allowed to access only these specific sections where their duty lies. No employee in the entire press ever sees the complete system. Now we come to the most interesting part. How is a banknote actually made? In films, it is often shown that paper goes into a machine and a banknote comes out. But reality is far more complex. First, the design is finalized. This includes colors, patterns, images of national leaders, symbols, and micro details. Every small design element later helps in detecting counterfeit notes. After that comes the paper. This is not ordinary paper available in the market. It is a special kind of security paper that contains special fibers, watermarks, and embedded threads. This paper itself is a security feature. Replicating it without the right technology is almost impossible. Then begins the multi-stage printing process. First comes background printing, where light colors and patterns are applied. After that, the main design is printed, which includes images and symbols. Then comes intaglio printing, that is, raised printing that you can feel with your fingers. This feature is also helpful for visually impaired people. Next comes the numbering process. Every note has a unique serial number that is tracked throughout the system. After that, special inks are used, some that change color when the light changes, and some that are visible only under UV light. After every layer, a quality check is carried out. If even the slightest defect is found, the note is destroyed. Once printing is complete, the large sheets are cut into individual notes. Then counting, bundling, and sealing take place. Every bundle is recorded. Every packet is accounted for how many notes, which denomination, and which series. After this, the notes are transported under heavy security to the RBI's currency chests. The story does not end here either. From the currency chests, the notes gradually reach banks. Every movement is logged. No room is left for any leakage. This is why, if the real currency plates or designs are ever compromised, the government can immediately decide to change an entire series. Now let's return to that scene from Dhurandhar. What is shown in the film may be necessary for suspense and drama, but in real life, stealing currency plates is almost impossible. This is because plates are not items kept in a suitcase. They are tightly controlled assets. And most importantly, even if a plate were compromised, it would not affect the entire system because the security features are multi-layered. In films, the racket of counterfeit currency is often shown in a simplified way. But in reality, producing fake notes and circulating them in a manner that resembles real currency is extremely difficult. That is why cases of counterfeit notes are usually limited to low-quality copies, which are caught with even a small amount of scrutiny. India's currency system is strong because it is not based only on technology, but on checks and balances. No single person, institution, or machine controls the entire system. This very decentralization is what makes it secure. Films like Dhurandhar entertain us, but they also spark curiosity. And perhaps that is a good thing, because when people start asking questions, they come to understand the real strength of the system. India's currency is not just paper, it is trust. A trust that may seem easy to break in films, but is nearly impossible to break in real life. The next time you take a banknote out of your pocket, pause for a moment. Look at that piece of paper. Feel its texture. Behind it lies not just printing, but the country's strongest security framework, decades of planning, and the trust of millions of people. The film ends, the theatre lights come on, but the real story begins there, when we realize how deep the difference between fiction and reality truly is. Dhurandhar shows the game of fake notes, but understanding how real money is made is perhaps far more fascinating.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.